Good morning, Colfax, and welcome to yet another episode of CTV.
Today we take a look at the heartbeat of Colfax, the drumline.
Also including what it takes to create a core theater production featuring drama.
Welcome to the show. We often overlook the importance of our very own Colfax drumline, who bring life to the football games and represent the heartbeat of Colfax itself.
It just wouldn't be the same without them, but they haven't always been around, so let's dive into the history of our very own Colfax High drumline.
We now kick it over to Autania Moreau, where she puts drumline into the spotlight.
Drumline, while recently new, has since changed the nest and atmosphere of the Friday night football games. We had the chance to interview Todd Wilkinson and Drumline students to gather inside information and show the behind the scenes of Drumline.
I never planned on doing a drumline, but Mr. Wolff came to me a number of years ago and he wanted me to start a drumline. So leadership actually bought half of the first set of drums. I think we only had 6 people involved in drumline back then.
The heartbeat, that's how we like to think of ourselves. When we're out there, we just want to be strong, we want to show our support, and we want to be loud, rambunctious. We practice every morning. Occasionally, though, we only practice for a little bit and then we have downtime, or sometimes we watch a movie.
If you have any interest in joining, contact Mr. Wilkinson about the drumline class.
I'd love to have it be huge. Last year we were almost twice the size as this year, and I'd like to get back up to those sizes. I think I had 18 last year, and I actually have enough drums to outfit 20 people, and I'd love to get the drumline to be up to 20 again. I think that'd be really amazing.
I'm Autania Moreau with camera op and editor Gabe Piette with CTV, signing off.
Thanks to Autania and Gabe for the scoop on drumline. Last Friday, the greatest feeder schools in the world were honored at Martinez Stadium before the football game, and CTV captured the action.
Let's take a look.
On October 26th, the Friday night lights were burning bright at Martinez Stadium. The Colfax community was excited about Senior Night, a championship football game and honoring students from the greatest feeder schools in the world. Each school walked their banner in the stadium, heading to the nest while the public address highlighted each school.
A sense of responsibility for their own actions and academic growth.
The march ended in front of the nest where future Falcons shared a cheer with the Falcons of today. Reporting from CTV from Martinez Stadium, I'm Dave Martinez.
Thank you to camera op Jake Smothers and reporter David Martinez. In other news, performing arts have been an incredibly popular art form throughout history and serves as a pastime for many. As a matter of fact, our Colfax has a wonderful drama program that breathes creative life into our school.
Our drama program is whipping up some Christmas magic, and we sent it to Jessica and Alex Martel to see what it takes to make a theatrical production come to life.
Next week, Drama and Tech Theater are putting out their fall play for all to see. We went ahead and took an inside look on how they get ready for their big performance.
My job as the director is to have a vision of what this production is going to look like, and then bringing people together in order to fulfill that vision in both technical and on stage. I'm so grateful here at Colfax that we have technical theater, that it's a class, it's super fun, and we have that hour and a half to work on the show. So we are building the set, we are designing lights, we are designing costumes, we are doing all of that during tech theater.
We took a look at the technical side of things and how they prepare for each performance. Starting at 7 p.m. on November 7th, you can come to the Colfax Performing Arts Center to see the drama and tech teams in action. Reporting for CTV, I'm Jessica Pratt with camera ops and editor Alex Martell.
It's truly amazing the amount of hard work those students put into those shows.
I, for one, cannot wait to go see the core production of the Christmas pageant.
In more recent news, numerous Colfax athletics programs are moving on to the playoffs, so we send it over to John and Sara for yet another segment of Around the PVL.
Hey there, Colfax, and welcome back to Around the PVL.
Things are heating up in a big way for Falcon athletics as playoffs are underway.
For sure, Sara. You know who else is heating up? It's Jordan Rooker, who tied for 8th place in Stockton at the Golf Masters Tournament. But let me put this into perspective. This tournament featured the best golfers in all divisions in the entire section, and Jordan was 8th. Yet another high water mark for Colfax girls golf to go along with her PVL championship and MVP honors. Congrats, Jordan, on such an outstanding season.
And speaking of playoffs and outstanding seasons, the football team is our newly crowned PVL champs, making that the 3rd PVL title so far this year for Colfax High School teams. A perfect season helped the team snag the #1 seed in the Division 5 section playoffs, leaving them, as you can see, with a bye today, but ready to play next Friday against the winner of the #8 Los Banos versus #9 Orostimba. Also receiving a bye today is Bear River, looking to most likely play center again as they hold the 6th seed against #11 Dixon.
This potential rematch could be much tougher for Bear River, as center star quarterback Michael Wortham and 2 other starters who didn't play the first time should challenge Bear River for a spot in the semifinal against the favorite in that side of the bracket, Ripon.
Yes, Ripon had an impressive win over the #1 team in Division 6, Modesto Christian, resulting in a Trans-Valley League title and the #2 seed in Division 5. No matter what, this playoff bracket is tough and will be very exciting, and Colfax has its work cut out for them to get back to the section title.
That's right. We are gearing up and focusing on the quarterfinals, and hopefully keeping our undefeated season going. The first PVL champs of the year, the volleyball team, gave the Falcon faithful a dominant performance in a win over Calaveras last Thursday in the quarterfinals, which set up an electrifying semifinal battle against Escalon on Tuesday.
That's a fact, John. That game was an emotional roller coaster, to say the least.
This semifinal was certainly not a sure thing for our Falcons. With a trip to the section championship in balance, our girls had to show grit to punch their ticket to the section final on Saturday. We will sign off with the highlights from that match. I'm John McCann.
And I'm Sara Detwiler, and we'll see you next week, Colfax.
On Tuesday, our Lady Falcon volleyball team played Escalon in the Pooch Pavilion, with hopes of landing a spot in the section championship for a second year in a row. A late arriving crowd saw Escalon dominating the first set, building an 18-11 advantage. The Falcons would gather themselves and go on a 7-0 run, but the hole was too deep, resulting in a 25-22 Escalon win. In the second set, Escalon continued their outstanding play and built a 12-1 lead. After Haley Biles' timeout, the Falcons gathered themselves and went on a run of their own behind seniors Hallie Newman and JC Dean's net play, both tallying numerous kills. A seesaw battle ensued that saw multiple match points for both teams, but it was Colfax who broke the Cougars to take the hard-fought 28-26 second set win. The second set was pivotal and swung the momentum in the Falcons' favor. Colfax used their championship experience to maintain control of the third and fourth set, getting quality play from Keegan O'Sullivan, Sara Detwiler, Haley Mulick, Kayla Beebe, and a host of Falcons, ultimately ending Escalon's 26-win season and sending the Falcons back to the section championship in Ripon on Saturday. Reporting from the Pooch Pavilion for CTV, I'm John McCann.
As sad as it might be, our show has to come to an end.
I'm Daviana Ackerman.
And I'm Gabriel Piette. We'll see you next time, Colfax.